damage, but it's not nearly enough. It just one-shots the Iron Hands. You're not assault vested, that's for sure. Get out of here. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet Violet Regulation G VGC. Necrozma is actually illegal with the Regulation G single restricted format. And it's one of those mons, I don't even think you guys have probably even seen it, let alone did I even see this thing at all. Nobody's using regular Necrozma at all. And I still wanted to feature this thing for you guys because I think it's a really cool mon, at least like design-wise. But I'll be real with you guys, I think it's probably one of the most challenging mons we're going to probably try to feature because I think it's probably really bad and one of the worst restricteds that there currently is. Like, apart from like the meme ones like Cosmog and like Cosmoem and like a few of the other ones, like I think it's probably like the top 3 like worst restricteds we currently have in the format. Nobody's using this thing for a great reason, and there's me want to actually feature it more for you guys because I think it could be kind of cool, at least for like content worthy, to see how it actually does. So this is one of the only teams I actually found. It's actually teamed by Dondozo was Beast. We featured a few of his teams on the channel before, but one of the only teams I found. I actually tried building around this thing. I was actually going to build my own team around it. I built like 2 teams around Necrozma on Showdown, and both of them just ended up being like really bad. Like I just couldn't get anywhere with it. I don't know if it's because the teams were both really bad or if it was because Necrozma is just such a bad restricted currently in the format. I'm not sure. But like both the teams I tried to build myself on Showdown and maybe bring in game if they were good enough failed miserably. So I was like, well, I can't build. I just need to keep a lookout for like a good team. It's probably like the best one I've found so far as well. So if you guys want to use team runs, we'll put up in the corner. I'll have pasted this team down below. I'm going to break this team down for you guys. And we're going to hop in some games. A lot of the stuff you guys have been seeing recently, at least over the last like week and a half, it's been like stuff that I've pre-recorded. So I'm kind of back up to speed now. A lot of stuff was kind of stuff I've been uploading for you guys because I haven't really had much time to record. So I've kind of bulk recorded on 1 or 2 days and then been throwing it up over the past week or so. But the ranked Regulation G ladder is actually now live in game. It's been in game for about 2-3 days now, depending where you guys are seeing this. So I'm not going to be using any of these teams on the ranked ladder, just mainly because I want to save that for my teams. I have 2 teams that I want to rank with on the ladder, and I don't want my results being skewed by just using random teams that I have no, like, didn't really use that much or didn't build myself. So it's kind of usually what I do with ranked anyways. I don't think I really use, like, other people's teams on the ranked ladder unless it's my own. So it's kind of if you guys are wondering why I'm not going to be playing on the ranked ladder, there you go. That's why, because I have to explain it every single time because I always get asked in the comments down below, especially when a new regulation drops. Let's go through this team real quick. Got the Necrozma with the weakness policy. This thing actually does have Charisma armor, so you actually take less super effective damage from super effective moves. So you only take, instead of 4 times, I think it's down to like 3/4 damage from a super effective hit, so it doesn't do as much damage to you. So you can pop a weakness policy, and then at that point, if you're under terrain, under Trick Room, you should be able to do a decent amount of damage. It's kind of the hope and kind of the expectation for this thing. You got the Photon Geyser, which is a pretty good move, and they got the Expanding Force and the Dark Pulse, just mainly for coverage. The Indeedee with the Sash, just mainly to set up your terrain and kind of get your Trick Room up and kind of go for the shenanigans with the Follow Me. AV Rillaboom with Terra Fairy. You also have Supercell Slam. I don't really agree with having Supercell Slam. I think it's an awful move. We're going to see how that does. Hopefully it doesn't cost me any games because I'm going to be really mad. I think Supercell Slam is a really bad move. I would actually prefer Wild Charge. We're going to see how it does though. I'm not going to write it off too quick. And then we have the Ursaluna with the Throat Spray. Just a really standard set. Life Orb, Pelipper with Wide Guard, and just kind of Weather to kind of negate some of the other weathers running around with like Koraidon, which is one of the top usage restrictions currently being used, Groudon, and a few others. Then you got the Choice Scarf, Dragapult, which I think is actually there to actually outspeed Calyrex. I think you can probably one-shot Calyrex with a bite because it's 4 times effective. So there's a few other things too. It can actually outspeed. It has Dragon Darts, so it can be pretty good. We're gonna see how it does. I haven't seen Dragapult really being used at all in restricted, so kind of weird on this team. We're gonna see how it does. Find out. But apart from that, let's hop in some games. Alright, we're here with the game. This is the shit I'm being paired with versus with this team. I'm using Necrozma and I'm being paired against like an entire team of legends almost. My opponent has the Golden Goal, Manaphy, Samurott, Dusk, Dawn Wings Necrozma. So it's going to be a battle of the Necrozmas, which one's better. Kyurem, White, and Terrapagos. So I'm in for just getting absolutely destroyed here, I think. I'm about to get absolutely destroyed. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna lead Necrozma and I'm gonna lead Indeedee, get my Psychic Terrain up and just try to spam under Trick Room. I think that's my best play here because like his team is probably faster than mine because it doesn't look like he's running Trick Room, so I can maybe outspeed him because my team's actually like a Trick Room team. What else I want to bring here? I want to bring the Iron Hands mainly for the Terrapagos and for the Manaphy. What else do I want to bring? Ursaluna ain't too bad. I think I'll bring the Ursaluna just mainly for the Necrozma. And for the Golden Go, it's like a Golden Go check. Like, we have decent tools versus this team. It just comes down to like if I can get my Trick Room rolling. Like what he actually brings. If he's, I'm assuming what he does, he's full sends on like Tail Glow Manaphy because that's actually pretty good in this team. And I'm just gonna go for Trick Room here. I'm not gonna Terra because I should be able to tank in a Shadow Ball and I can get my Weakness Policy boost here. So I'm just gonna go for Expanding Force. I could go for Dark Pulse too to just get rid of the Golden Go, but I just want my Trick Room up here. I don't think he has any way to one-shot me, the Indeedee at least here either. Like, unless he goes Terra, I guess. If he's like Terra Water, maybe he can. He's gonna go Terra. What Terra are you, bro? Grass? He's Terra Water. He's just gonna full send. I think maybe a Terra Water Hydro Pump might just one-shot me. Flip turn. How much did that do to me? That was about half. I thought that'd do a lot more, but it depends on. I mean, he might just be running flip turn just for like switch initiative too, so he's not invested in attack. I haven't played against Manaphy at all, so I don't know what it really does. All I know is it gets Tail Glow, and it gets a decent move pool, and it's all base 100 stats. That's all I really know. Goes into Kyurem, so that's pretty good. Go for Shadow Ball, good. Can we get the Weakness Policy? I need to live this though. I gotta take that like a champ. Here's the, oh, I get the spit F drop, that's bad. Here's the Weakness Policy proc, yo. Here we go. +2, how much am I gonna do under Psychic Terrain? How much is this gonna do? Just one-shots the Kyurem on switching. Oh, get out of here, he's gonna be mad. My opponent's mad, he's like, oh wow, I got one-shotted on the way in, that's crazy. This one, perfect turn. Perfect turn, you could have not asked for a better turn. I guess no spit F drop there would have been better, but can't really complain. Like, that did a lot to the Golden Go too. That was a 2-hit KO on the Golden Go. That was really ballsy of him too, because if I would've went for Follow Me there, like, he wouldn't been able to do like no damage. We're in a pretty good spot here. Like, he rage quits! My opponent rage quits. Necrozma is making people rage quit, yo. Holy crap. I don't think I've ever seen anybody so fucking pathetic to where they actually rage quit on a Necrozma. You gotta be a new level of low to fucking rage quit on this. This team, like, I'm not shitting on like the creator or anything, but like, it's a Necrozma team. Like, you can only make it so good to where like it's still gonna get outclassed by a lot of the other stuff right now that's being used for this format. And like, this guy has an entire team of legends too. Like, he has a fucking Manaphy on his team. He has Golden Go, he had Kyurem, White, Terrapagos, and he fucking rage quits. You are a fucking loser. If you happen to watch this, you are a fucking loser. I have never seen anybody so pathetic. Like, it's one thing rage quitting on like a Calyrex, getting swept by Calyrex, which I've seen plenty of times. But if you're rage quitting because you get one-shotted by a fucking Necrozma, like, that's really sad. Time to grow up. Either that or just uninstall the game and go play something else, because this ain't for you. I don't think I've ever seen that. There's something new every day, y'all. Something new every day. Rage quitting against a Necrozma team. Okay. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, we're here with another game. My opponent's running a really cool team. He, she has the Iron Leaves, Walking Wake, so he has both of the other, like, I guess they're actually currently I think they're actually in Terra Raids currently, actually. Both Iron Leaves and Walking Wake, so he has both the Terra Raid event mons currently. Ogre Pawn, Mew, Greninja, and Lunala, so it's another battle of the foes, the Sun and Moon rivals, legendary rivals. What do I bring here? I think I should just lead Necrozma again. Like, I don't see any drawback of just, like, leading Necrozma and, like, leading Indeedee here. I guess Greninja is kind of a problem, but, like, I'm not really scared of the Greninja that much. Same with Lunala, like, I can just follow me and redirect a lot of its attacks away. What else do I bring here? Iron Hands looks pretty good here. I think I'll bring the Ursaluna, looks decent here. Not really the greatest. I might need a Terra on the Ursaluna to actually make it survive stuff, because it is weak to the Iron Hands, or not the Iron Hands, the Iron Leaf, and the Walking Away plus the Greninja, so I might have to Terra just to get rid of the ground weakness, or the ground typing. If you guys are enjoying the video, leave a like, really appreciate it, really helps out the channel. Appreciate all your guys' support on the videos recently, it really means a lot. He just leads Walking Wake, Iron Leaves. He's like, yeah, there's no shit's given here. I don't know if I can take a dual move. Like, if he's like specs, like, it could be kind of a problem. I'm gonna go for a dark, or what a Expanding Force. I keep getting confused with Photon Geyser, because I have that on my moveset as well. And I'm just gonna go for Trick Room here. Hydro Steam, can I take this? It's not boosted, that's 2-hit KO though. Mega Horn, can I take that? I do, I'm eating Mega Horn. There's my weakness policy again. This is 2 games in a row now where the weakness policy is procced. Here we go. He's about to get one-tapped. Like, the guy is, you're dead. Walking Wake at least is dead, you're gone. Unless you're Sash, you're gone, goodbye. That did more than half to the Iron Leaves too, and that is resisted. That's crazy. I get the Trick Room up. Perfect. Are we going to have another Rage Quit on our hands here? Because, like, he probably didn't expect him to be weakness policy. Oh, yeah, it's Mew. I guess the Mew can maybe check me here a little bit, at least. I think I just go for Expanding Force again, though, because, like, it's a 2-hit KO on the Iron Leaves. Let's go for Expanding Force again, and then I go for, I could go for Imprison, because I don't know what moveset he really has, though, so I think I'm just going to go for Psyshock here. It's boosted by Terrain. It does, like, that does, what, 65% to the Mew, and that's resisted? Wow, that's crazy. I understand I'm at +2 and everything, but, like, come on. Pretty solid damage. See how much this does. Does a solid amount. Foul Play. If I were him, I actually would have went after the Necrozma there, because I'm at +2 attack. So I think at +2 that probably would have killed me. So that was he misplayed big time there. Because that would have did boosted damage, because I have a +2 attack boost. That would have did way more damage. Even with, like, through the Prisma armor, I think I would have died, so. Are we going to get the Necrozma sweep here, y'all? Are we in for the Necrozma sweep? I think we are. He's going to Terra to try to get that speed boost. I don't know how that helps you under Trick Room, though, bro. You're actually making yourself slower. Unless he's Sash. Maybe he's Sash Ogerpon. I don't know if that really matters, though. Are we about to get the Necrozma sweep? It just one-shots him. Oh, the crit, I don't know if the crit mattered. Did the crit matter? I don't know. It's Ogerpon, like, it's... Considering how much damage it was doing to the Iron Leaves being fully resisted, I don't think the crit really mattered. What a game. What a match. I don't think you guys clicking on this video, even like me, like, I don't think I would ever expect going into this that saying that the Necrozma would sit up and actually get a sweep on somebody. I didn't think that was going to happen at all. I don't know where you guys are going to see this shit anywhere else either. If you guys are enjoying this, leave a like. Don't see anybody else using the Necrozma, let alone getting an entire sweep with it. Just got really lucky there, though. I think he just happened to bring, like, the perfect set of mons to where, like, if we did get the +2 boost off the weakness policy, we were just able to set up and sweep. And like he had nothing for me. So kind of lucky in that way too, but not bad. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, wait for another game. One thing I'm actually realizing on the ladder now is that like you have a lot of your players that were actually like using Regulation G teams. A lot of them must be on the ranked ladder now because I'm running into a lot of these like multiple legend using noobs on the casual ladder again. So you can tell a lot of like your actual like competitive players at least kind of try to play competitively, and like with the current formats, they're all moving over to the ranked ladder. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. My opponent has the Iron Hand, the Skeledirge, Palkia, Hisuian Samurott, Mewtwo, and Mew. There's the OG Gen 1 combo of both Mew and Mewtwo. What do I bring here? I think I actually just bring Necrozma and Indeedee again. What else do I need to bring here? Ursaluna ain't too bad. What else do I want to bring? I think I'll actually bring the Pelipper here, ain't too bad either. I just don't want to bring something that, because I'm going to boost their own Psychic-type moves, I don't want to bring the Iron Hands. And just, I guess I'll bring it anyways. I could always Terra. Versus them, so I don't really need to worry about being super effective weak to Psychic-type moves, even under terrain. These with the Mewtwo, okay. Can't go for Fake Out here either, so if he has Fake Out, then it gets negated by terrain. So that's one good thing. And I don't think the Mewtwo can one-shot me with anything here either. Unless he has Shadow Ball or like Dark Balls of his own on his own set. But like with Prisma Armor, I'm probably going to tank one of those at least. I'm just going to go for Expanding Force, YOLO. And then I'm going to set up my Trick Room. Energy Ball, okay. That does a solid amount of damage, but it's not nearly enough. It just one-shots the Iron Hands. You're not Assault Vested, that's for sure. Get out of here. That's actually good too, because I think the Iron Hand's like one of the slowest things on his team. So getting that out of the way, it actually allows it so like able to be the slowest stuff in Trick Room. I think the only other like slower thing he has is the Skeledirge, I think. So kind of good I got rid of that on turn 1. So I don't have to really worry about playing around that thing under Trick Room. He has the Mewtwo, so it's the Gen 1 Legendaries versus Necrozma. Who's going to win? I'm just going to Expanding Force again. I'm just going to keep on spamming Expanding Force here. I don't know if he has Psyshock. If I'm assuming if he has a Psychic move, it's probably either Psychic or Psystrike. I don't think he has Psyshock on any of his sets here, I don't think. I'm just going to go for damage here. Damage just does. It's resisted, but like it still should do a shit ton of damage. It does a solid amount. I think I'm better off going for Dark Pulse here on this next turn, though. Transform. Uh-oh. He transformed into me. Uh-oh, that's bad. This guy's running Transform Mew. That's really cool, though. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's bad. He knows my entire moveset now, though. I think what I do here is I actually just get rid of the... I should outspeed him under Trick Room, I think, because I think he's faster. It might be a speed tie, actually. I'm just going to go for Dark Pulse here. I'm going to go for Dark Pulse. And I'm going to go for Psyshock here. I could go for Follow Me, too. I think I'm just going to go for Psyshock. I actually outspeed him. He lives, though, because of the Prisma Armor. Now he procced my weakness policy. Oh, that's perfect. That's so good. Aura Sphere, I'm dead. I live barely. Now what I'm going to do right here is I could go for Protect here, but I don't think he actually one-shots me. Even with a Dark Pulse, I don't think he one-shots me at this range. I'm just going to Expanding Force here, and then I'm just going to go make the same play, pretty much. I think Expanding Force from this range takes him out. He doesn't Protect either, so... He could be Scarf Mew as well. I'm not sure. Because the Trick Room was up, so like that's probably why he maybe went last. He's probably Choice Scarf Transform you, which could be pretty... something he probably could be running. Because if it was a speed tie, like there would be a really solid chance there he could have maybe outsped me on that turn. It was a 50-50, unless he just got really unlucky. Scarlet Urge. So I'm just going to go for Dark Pulse here. Dark Pulse. Side Shock. YOLO. Maybe, what is it if you Terra Fire? Terra Fire? Terra Ghost, okay. It's fine by me, you're still taking in a +2 Dark Pulse. I don't know if you can eat that, actually. Just get one-shotted. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Necrozma is really trying to, like, prove everybody wrong. It is out to prove all the doubters wrong, because, like, the majority of the games I've done so far, this thing's just been sweeping everybody. I just made somebody rage quit already. Our last match, it swept somebody. This match, it pretty much swept this guy. It is out to prove all the doubters wrong. It really wants to make a good impression. It wants to be used. Proving why, like, it's an underrated threat. It really is. Or at least versus these teams. I don't know, maybe we're just getting really lucky with some teams it's good into. And maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure, but at least so far it's doing really good. I think we're like 3-0 with this so far. Not counting my testing games. I think a few of my testing games, I did like 3 testing games. And I think I lost like 2 of them, but like probably the games you guys are seeing were so far like 3-0, so not bad. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we hear the game. I can tell you guys right now, you really know that like the Reg G ranked ladder is on, isn't everybody's playing on that now, because we're back to running in the casual like ladder, and like you're going against everybody's like all your like typical like legend using noobs that just use like entire teams of legends are all back on the casual ladder. So you can definitely tell the Regulation G ladder is now live, because all those players aren't playing on the casual ladder anymore, or they already have their teams and they're done testing their teams. They're just testing them all on the ranked ladder. My opponent has the Regieleki, Rayquaza, Azumarill, Breloom, Miraidon, and Zamazenta. You want to know what I do here is I just bring the same tried and true combo right now. If he has terrain, I get rid of his terrain. What else do I bring? Ursaluna looks really good here. I think I bring Iron Hands. Iron Hands also looks really good here. We have a pretty good matchup into his team. I think the main problem we might have is if he has Breloom with Spore. He starts sporing shit, and that might be a problem. Or like he tries to get rid of my terrain. Terrain spam and like trying to play around the terrain could be a bit of a problem. He has Regieleki, so I don't know if that's good or a bad thing. That might tell me he probably has Miraidon in the back, actually. So I could actually swap in and go right into Miraidon here. I'm actually just going to go Photon Geyser. I think he's going to swap into Miraidon, so I'm going to go for Photon Geyser on the Breloom here. And then I'm going to go for Trick Room. He's not going to swap, okay. Thunder Cage, I live. That does a lot of damage. I live, though. I wish I went for Expanding Force. Sash? You're not even Sash, so I guess doesn't really matter, I guess. He's running a really slow Breloom, too, considering that I actually outsped him. He must not be running, like, any speed on Breloom. And he's not running Sash, either, so I don't know what he was running. Maybe he was, like, an Incident Technician. He was running a Poison Heal. Or, like, Toxic Orb, maybe. He does have Miraidon, okay. So now I gotta play Terrain Wars, that's what I was scared of. I just go for Photon Geyser again, though, here. I think that's what I do. I should one-shot the Regieleki at the very least. And then I'm gonna make the swap out here into the Ursaluna. Oh, I can't switch. Uh-oh. That's bad. I forgot I'm trapped in with... What a play that was. He planned that. My opponent planned that. He was like, oh yeah, I'm going to bring the Miraidon. He's going to want to get his terrain back up. I'm going to lock him in with Thunder Cage so he can't get his terrain back up. What a play. I don't know. I mean, I can go for Follow Me here if I somehow live. I'm going to go for Follow Me here. If you can't switch out, it doesn't really pay even keeping the Indeedee around. I just want to get rid of it actually, so I can go into the Ursaluna. Just one-shots the Regieleki, get out of here. Not having train's kind of bad because I can't spam expanding force, but like at the same time, it's not the worst thing. Because like I have Ursaluna, which under Trick Room outspeeds and like one-shots the Miraidon, unless he Terras. So I'm not really too scared of it, and it's not that big of a deal. He has Rayquaza too, that's kind of a problem though, especially if he sets up. I need to get the Rayquaza out of here. I'm just going for Photon Geyser on the Rayquaza here. And then I'm expecting a Terra on this turn if I'm being real. I think he goes Terra, but I'm just going to go for Earth Power here. I need damage. I need damage to let like late game the Iron Hands come in and kind of clean up the match if I really needed to. He still has a chance to win because like the Rayquaza is really scary if he can set up. And, like he can spam E-Speed if he wants. It's half to him, that does a lot of damage. Hyper Beam, he's going YOLO. Zero shits given. Wait, that's special Rayquaza, that's a new one. And I'm eating Electro Drift too. Eating that shit up, so I can just double into the Miraidon on this turn. Doubling into the Miraidon, and I'm just gonna go for a Blood Moon here. I think that's game, he just surrenders. One weakness to my opponent's team. Really fast team, really weak to Trick Room. Completely exploited that weakness. Really well played. Not even bad. Team's been doing really good so far. Like I think most of the games I've been doing really well, so let's talk a little bit about this team. Alright, if you guys want a pretty good team around Necrozma, I think this is a pretty solid team. There's a few things I would change with this team. I think one thing I would change is the Terra on the Indeedee. I think I would actually change that to like more of a defensive Terra. Mainly probably like Terra Fairy. That way you're not weak to the dark type moves. That's one thing I would maybe change. Same with the Iron Hands. I would actually get rid of the Supercell Slam. I'd switch that out for like Wild Charge. I never had it happen to me like anything like really bad with Supercell Slam happened to me during this. Like with it hitting into a Protect and taking recoil or like missing or getting switched out. It's like a ground type or something. I never had that happen at all, but I think it's just a lot more reliable having the Wild Charge over the Supercell Slam. It's just a really bad move, and it'll eventually cost you. Like if you guys are using this team, hopefully it doesn't cost you guys games or allow you to lose a match because of it, because it's one of those moves that can definitely do that if it's like your opponent gets lucky or can play around it once they know you have it. So that's one thing I'll get rid of. I don't know about the Terra Fairy either. I'm not quite sure what the Terra Fairy is for. I would throw like, if it was me, I'd probably throw like Terra Fire or like Terra Grass on the Iron Hands. I think that's a little bit better. I don't know. Same with the Flipper. Flipper not too bad. And not really too much complaints. Stellar Terra Pelipper is really unique. I never really used that at all. Most of the times I brought the Pelipper, it was just there to get rid of the weather or like just provide wide guard support. So that's about all I really brought it for. I think the only thing I never brought on this team to like any of my games was the Dragapult. I never brought it once at all. So I don't know. I don't know if you really want to swap the Dragapult out for like another Trick Room setter for this team or something else. But I feel like the Dragapult, if you were to switch something on this team, probably would be the Dragapult. I just don't. I feel like out of everything on this team, it's the one thing that doesn't really fit really the greatest on the team. I don't know. I never brought it to any of my games. I played at least I think it was like 6 or 7 games, including my testing matches. So I don't know. Overall, I think this team did a lot better than I thought it was going to. I'm not sure if that's just because I was going against like teams I had a good matchup into though, or if it's just because this team's actually decent and Necrozma is not as bad as I thought it was. I think it's just kind of a combination of both of those. I had 2 testing games where I did kind of get destroyed. I went against a Groudon, like a Sun Groudon team and I brought the Pelipper, but every time I brought the Pelipper, like they were able to manually reset the Sun with a Tornadus. So I don't know. I got destroyed during that because this team's pretty weak to spread moves, especially once the Pelipper goes down because they had I forgot what it was. I think it was. I forgot what they had something for the Pelipper too. I forgot what they had on that team, but the Pelipper went down kind of early in the match, and I wasn't able to switch the weathers and have wide guard for like Precipice Blades. and like anything else they had, and I just got pretty much swept at that point. So I'm not sure if this team's actually like really that good, or it's just because I got lucky with the matchmaking and got some really good matchups that I was actually good into. I'm not sure, because like the 2 Regulation G teams I did go against in my testing games, I went against a few other ones, but like the majority of them, like the 2 like actual like good teams I went against in my testing games, I both lost to in a pretty bad fashion. So I kind of got destroyed by both of them. The other one being like a Zacian team, which was kind of bad because I wasn't able to get my Trick Room up and they just kind of swept me. So it's kind of a bad thing. They pretty much one-shot the Indeedee with Zacian too, with like I think it was Stellar Terra Zacian. I got fucking one-shotted by the guy, so and then I had no Trick Room for like the entire game, and I was kind of fucked at that point. So kind of depends what you're going against. Do I think like Necrozma is really that good? I still think it's really bad. Prisma Armor is good if they hit you for super effective damage, and like it's not really that like powerful of a move. But if it's like a really powerful, super effective move coming from like another restricted mon like Zacian, for example, or like Calyrex, like you're not living a fucking Calyrex a move like a Glacial, or not a Glacial Lance, or whatever, Astral Barrage. Even with Prisma Armor, like you're not gonna fucking tank that, and if you do, you barely will, and you'll just die to priority or die to something on the next turn anyways. So like if it's a restricted hit that you're gonna be taking with Prisma Armor and super effective, like if it's from a restricted, like you're not gonna be taking it very well, and you're gonna you take so much health anyway, it's not gonna really do much for you, even with the Regis Policy boost. I don't know. Pretty solid team though. If you guys want to use a team around Necrozma, probably the best one I found. There was 1 or 2 other ones I kind of seen, but they were really bad. And then, like I said, I tried to build around like twice on Showdown, and both of my teams ended up turning out really poorly. So I got nowhere with those teams at all. I think that's because Necrozma was really bad, or my teams were just really bad. I'm not sure, but apart from that, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Rental code up in the corner. Pokepaste for this team is down below if you guys want to use it. Show the greatest support. Got a bunch more stuff on the way. Got a team around Zekrom I'll be featuring for you guys. I got my own team around Mewtwo. I got a Koraidon team I'll be featuring for you guys. I got a Palkia or a Dialga Origin team I'll be featuring for you guys as well coming up. And I got 1 or 2 other things. So a lot of stuff on the way. You guys don't want to miss it. Subscribe. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching.